Let's go ahead and jump into a couple emails.
Hmm.
This guy, Glenn from Seattle, wrote, he writes, on your website, what do you mean? Wait, on your website, what do you mean by creating branded pillar content and micro content? So that goes kind of vain in what we're saying. So what is Glenn asking? Can you explain that to us?
Yeah. Hey, Glenn, thank you for your question, number one. So the question of what is social media content comes up all the time. You see it done wrong all the time. You guys probably don't even know that what you're looking at might not be done correctly. First thing is content are not commercials. That's a huge mistake. A majority of what most voiceover talent post anymore, it's here's my demo, here's a sample. I worked with this client, I went to this conference, I met with this coach. It's voiceover, voiceover, voiceover. It's just like Marsha, Marsha, Marsha from the Brady Bunch. That is not content. Yeah, you can occasionally share some of that stuff, document your journey. There's no problem with that, but branded pillar content. I'll start off with the branded part. Do you have a brand? Is it just your name? Is it a font? Is it a color? Is it an icon? Do you have a professional logo? I mean, we have here, D Alvis, who is Tattoo VO, who we spent a lot of time getting into the mud figuring that one out, and it's a perfect match for him. You ever meet D in person? That is the Tattoo VO,
Right.
period. You hear him talk, you take a look at him, he's inked up from head to toe. It was a perfect fit. Not to mention he's got the rock and roll, gritty, grungy personality. It was a great fit. But do you have a brand? So does everything visually fit what your brand is? Does everything match? Are you using the same font throughout? Are you using the same color scheme throughout? Do you use the same tagline throughout? Do
Right.
you have a brand lexicon, which are a series of words or vocabulary words or glossary of words that fit your brand?
Right.
We'll use D again. D ran a promo here on this broadcast where he talked about leaving an indelible mark. There's no accident that he used that
Right.
word because it has to
Yeah,
do with the
where did I
person.
get that from?
You might know who you got that from. But that is the vernacular because you need to be able to beat that drum in a subtle way. It sounds oxymoronic to even say it that way, but you can't just say I'm Tattoo VO, I'm Tattoo VO. You need to show it. You need to have all these little flavors that say everything you see and hear from my own private television network, which is my online presence, represents me. So that's the branded part. The pillar versus micro, most voiceover talent, most entrepreneurs, even, I'm not going to just pick on VO people, create content by the post. And I would say that's fine to do intuitively as to document your journey. But when is the last time you binged a show on Netflix that had one episode?
Right.
Mm.
Okay.
Totally.
Netflix and these streaming platforms, Hulu, etc., before they even promote a show, they have a campaign of episodes produced. They have 10 episodes, 13 episodes. Think of your content like episodes or a campaign or a family of spots that have a common theme. That enables you to have a similar message, but not the same, that occurs weekly or bi-weekly or twice a week or whatever it is, because you need that frequency. That
Hmm.
frequency is your friend. When was the last time you remembered a radio commercial you only heard once?
That's right.
People buy radio commercials in blocks. We have some radio veterans on the panel here. You guys
That's
all know
right.
what I
Yeah.
mean. Spots and
Yep.
dots, everybody. You need to have that repetitive message over and over and over again. So that is an example of pillar content. Micro content is everything like, let's say you do a 2-minute video where you're riffing about whatever that makes you unique or what you're passionate about or something you have a lot of knowledge about. But what if you took that video and there was some cool joke you made or snarky remark, and you take that line and you make a graphic out of it with your logo, and now all of a sudden you have a graphic card.
Mm.
That is a piece of micro content
Mm.
from the pillar content. What if you rip the audio off of that video and repost it as a podcast? That is micro content off the pillar
Awesome.
content.
Wow.
What if you transcribe the video and put it up on your blog? That is the micro content from the pillar content, and so on and so on and so on. There's a lot of different ways to repurpose, but that's what I meant. I mean, hopefully, I broke it down into those
Yeah,
sections: branded, pillar content, micro content. I hope that
I
helps.
think that's awesome.